Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made an acrylic skin. Relax, enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
Hi everyone. So today we are going to be making a paint skin that will later go on top of a tumbler. So to start, I have these ready to pour acrylic pouring paints, first in a deep brown, they're both metallic, and the other in a teal. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to shake them up really well. And there's no rhyme or reason, no pattern, just gonna start. And there it is. Now some of this is thin in spots, but that's okay because it'll be around the edges of the tumbler. If you want, you can wear gloves so you don't get it all over your hands. I don't care, I just wash them later. And also, because you can't really see any of the glitter, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of my glitter and just shake it from high above. And then some of the brown as well. Okay. And that's it. That's all there is to do. Let this dry. It'll take about 24 to 48 hours to dry, and then I'll come and I'll peel it up and then put it on a tumbler. So bye for now. Hello everybody, I'm back to remove the skin off of the acrylic skin off of the plastic backing. Now I just used the plastic backing that was on the canvas that I used. However, I normally use freezer paper, and to be honest, now that I know what this is like, I will always use freezer paper again. I will not use this. I highly recommend, if you're going to do something like this, to do it on either a thicker plastic or freezer paper with the shiny side up or something, because this, to get it started, it took me a really long time, but I was able to do it, and now I have this side off and I can show you how I peel it. You just have to be very, very careful because it can rip. See, like that one ripped very easily. But what I'm going to do is, once I get it started, flip it over, put it down, and then just slowly peel it up. This sat for 48 hours before I tried to peel it up. And you do want to wait a while, because what happens is that if it ends up being wet, then what happens is it won't peel up, it will stick. And when it sticks like that, it'll rip. And you just want to be very, take your time, do it very slowly, just slow, because see here, it's sticking quite a bit because I was trying to do it too fast. But this part here is going to be going onto the tumbler. Like this is going to stick to the tumbler. It's this side that's going to show outside of the tumbler. But once you do this, once you get it off and you get it ready to be wrapped, it wraps just like a vinyl would. But I use Mod Podge to stick it on there. You could stick it on there and it most likely would stick, because as you can see, this is pretty sticky and will stick without much encouragement. But I just want to make sure that it sticks really well, and be careful not to do that because it will stick to itself. That was really dumb on my part to do that. But there it is, and this will be the top, I guess, because yeah, I just screwed the top of that up. But as you can see, there's plenty of room on the tumbler to cut that top part off. But yep. And then I have my cup cradle here. And get that out of the way. And then you just put it on there, and I don't want it to wrap around the bottom too much, because but what I will end up doing is I will end up probably taking my I don't even know what it's called, to cut. It's got a little razor blade and you can cut off a level line all the way across, and I'll probably end up doing that. But I'm just going to put it on here like this. Oh, I was going to Mod Podge it, but it's sticking pretty well. So maybe I'll just skip that step. Then just then see all this on the top. I'll end up cutting that off. I'll end up cutting a straight line here, just like you would a vinyl wrap. And then, oh, cup edger, that's what it's called. There. But to do this, I'm just going to get out my a new X-Acto knife. Whoops, that's got an old blade in it. You want a very sharp blade so that it cuts cleanly. So let me see if I can find one. Here's a new one. Use that one and something straight to make it easier to cut. Hopefully I'll be able to do this without too many problems. The problem is this does stretch quite a bit. and then it sticks to itself as you saw earlier, so it's kind of hard to get it off. Yep. There we go. Oh, look at that. It turned out to be almost seamless. That's bumpy, but that's because of the paint, the pour paint itself. It's not because of anything like that. But maybe I'll put some sort of decal or something. I am going to put a decal on the front part here, but maybe I'll put some kind of striping or something here. But now what I'm going to do, move this out of the way. And then I'm going to just cut off this top here. Easiest way is just like I do with vinyl, kind of pull and stretch it up and over. And then just take my knife and kind of cut it off. Now this will get sealed because acrylic without being sealed will sometimes repel epoxy. And so I'm going to make sure and seal it. And what you want to do when you're sealing this is you want to expose a tiny little rim line on the top here that you can seal it for, so that none of the epoxy gets down underneath it. So I'm going to just barely a little bit of stainless steel to where, I mean, I did a little bit too much right there, but over here you can see it. Maybe if it'll focus. Focus. No, it's not going to focus. I don't know why. But yeah, you can see a little tiny bit of stainless steel rim there. And that will help when you go to seal it. And I will seal the outside with Mod Podge. Okay, and now I'm going to get my edger tool out and do the bottom. I should have had all of this prepared. I do not. Okay, I'm back. I had to get this, and then it was a little too much of a gap, so I adjusted it to where it's just a small little gap now. And now I'm going to just take it and remove just that tiny little portion. And I'm going to start on the edge and just cut that off. always go over it again if you didn't quite get enough off. But yeah, that works. But yeah, so now all I need to do is put some Mod Podge on it, set this aside, and, you know, just seal it with some Mod Podge. Let me get ready and I will show you how I do that. Super simple. So to seal it with Mod Podge, you just take some Mod Podge, a super soft brush, makeup brush. I get these at the Dollar Tree, $1.25 now. Super cheap, super easy. You just go over it like this. You want to make sure you get really good coats here on the bottom rim and also at the top rim, because you don't want any epoxy getting underneath that edge and ruining the integrity of your coat. Once I am done with the epoxy, I'm actually going to put this on it. However, I've never done this before to a decal, but this is a transparent decal, and because this is not, it's a darker tumbler with dark colors on it, this will not show. Like it will, you know, you can see it now because the Mod Podge is clear. But if it wasn't, oops, look what I did. If it wasn't clear, you'd be able to see it. But because it is, you can't really see it on here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take some paint and some white paint to give it a white background like some of the other decals that I've seen, and see if that works. Now what that will do is it'll take all the sticky off so it won't stick on here, so I'll have to Mod Podge it on or somehow seal it on like that. But we're gonna give it a go because I really want to put this on this tumbler. So get out some white paint. This is just some Apple Barrel gloss white. And see if this works. Now, I won't be applying it to the tumbler until after the tumbler has some epoxy on it, but this way it'll give it enough time for it to dry. And it doesn't have to be super, you know, even or anything, just as long as it gets on here so that you'll be able to see it on the cup. Hi everybody, welcome back. We are ready for next steps and to see if this decal that I painted on the back is actually going to work. So let's go ahead and get started and we will see. Oh, it did, it worked. Yay! You can actually see the wording, which is really cool. I'm so glad that worked. The problem is, you can also see where I got a little bit around the outside of it, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. But any of this clear outline that you might be able to see once you get the epoxy on it, you're not going to be able to see it, except for maybe right here. And I may just take my X-Acto knife and cut that off. Let me do that right now. Let me see. Here we go. Take this and just cut that right off. There you go. And so this is what it looks like. And now all I need to do is go ahead and pop this on my turner for one more coat. Give it a sand because there's some spots here that need to be sanded. But I wanted to get the vinyl, or I mean the decal on first, because anything under there is going to look exactly the way it is. And so if I would have sanded this and some got up underneath there, then it wouldn't have looked as good. But now that I have this on, I can sand where these rough spots are. And once I put the epoxy on it, you'll no longer be able to see any of these rough spots or any of the sanding areas, nothing. So yeah, I'm going to pop this on my turner, get some more epoxy on it, and then I will come back and show you the final result. Thank you. Welcome back everybody. Here is the final results of the Rodeo Vibes tumbler. It is absolutely beautiful. I know several people who will absolutely love this for themselves or for gifts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Have any questions on how this was achieved, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.